Oscar, how was your day? Obviously, we saw it didn't quite get the lap together on the softs, but overall, how was it?
It was okay. I think the lap on softs at low fuel was pretty average. So I'm not surprised with the lap time, but I think tried a lot of things. We'll go through and have a look at what worked, what didn't, but overall I felt reasonable. We'll see what we can tune up for tomorrow and try and make things just a bit more consistent, I think, is the biggest thing.
You've had a week since Austin, obviously, and it looks like Max once again in the ballpark. Have you understood a bit more of where the deficit was in Austin, and are there things you can change or you need to change for this weekend?
There was a few things that we identified from Austin. I think, obviously it was a pretty messy weekend as well. So, I think plenty of things that we found. All small things, but when you put them all together, they add up. So I think we've got a good handle on last week.
And ultimately, is the McLaren a match for the Red Bull around here from what you've seen so far?
I think so, yeah. It's going to be tight like always, but I think we've got a good car underneath us.
Lando, we saw you out there on the pit wall in FP1. How tough was it sitting out that first session at this stage of the season?
It's quite nice, yeah.
What are you focusing on when you're out there?
When I'm up there?
Yeah. Honestly.
Well, there's no onboards either this morning, so there wasn't a lot to look at. Of course, you look at the data and things, but you just try and get the general understanding of the grip, the feeling of the car, things like that. But there's only so much you can really take from just looking at a screen.
Well, you look like you got an understanding pretty well. Quickly back up to speed, certainly early in that session, P4. But we saw you fighting the car a bit as well. So how did that one pan out for you?
A bit, yeah. I think we're in a reasonable place for sure. I feel like I got up to speed very quickly, actually. I was quite surprised. My first lap was pretty good and second lap was a good step. So, I felt like I found the limit quickly. But there was the limit, I found the limit quite quickly, which is just holding us back a bit. Not that it was a bad day, but, normally we're very good on a Friday and then everyone catches up on Saturday. We're already a little bit behind. So, we have, definitely some work to do tonight.
Yeah, we heard you talk about power surges as well out there. Is there a few areas you want to tidy up overnight?
They fixed them straight away. It's just balance of the car is it's just a bit all over the place. Same as the last few weeks, just single lap stuff. We're struggling at the minute. So, we're working hard. I mean, we're trying everything we can. So we'll see what we can do and see what we can find.
So Max, it was a bit of an unusual sight to see you on the pit wall in FP1, but then when you got in the car for FP2, it seemed like you hit the ground running. How was that first day for you?
Of course, bit of a long wait for the day, but the short run, I think on the soft, we managed to do a good lap. The rest, everything else was pretty bad. So on the medium, short run was not great. And the big problem is the long runs, where we seem to struggle a lot. So that is, of course, a big concern for the race.
Yeah, the long runs there, we did hear your radio message. The balance was terrible, in your own words. Have you got any initial ideas as to what's causing that and things to work on overnight?
I don't know yet. The balance wasn't even off. It was just no grip, which that is the bigger concern. So as soon as you go in a sustainable run, tires are going hot. Yeah, we were nowhere. So that is that's a tough one, I think, to sort out as well. But we'll see.
But at least feeling optimistic about where you are on one lap and being in the fight again.
You're not going to win the race like that. You can be fast over one lap, but if you have absolutely zero pace in the race, then it's going to be very tough. So I prefer to be fast in the race and not so fast over one lap.
George, let's start off with your morning off in the grandstands. Did you have fun?
Yeah. I mean, it's like one thing when you're an F1 driver is you can't watch F1. It's like, so it's rare you get the chance to go out. And I thought, you know what, I try and do something semi-normal, and didn't get recognised too much and enjoyed it.
Excellent. Let's talk about the afternoon. The car seems in a reasonable place.
Yep.
We saw Kimi went a little bit later than you on the softs. Were you happy with how it went?
It's close out there. It's obviously a short track. It's like a minute 17, a minute 16 is going to be the lap time. So the margins are always tight. Single lap, I think we look okay. Lando looked very quick on his long run. which has obviously been the theme, but as we know, qualifying is so important. So it's sort of all eyes on that for tomorrow and see what we can do, but it'll be close between the top 8 cars.
We saw a lot of people struggling with traffic. It's going to be an issue in the early part of qualifying, isn't it? What do you think about that? Do you guys need to have a bit of margin and make sure you don't get caught out as people did in Austin?
Yeah, I mean, this is, I don't know if it's I think it's the second shortest track of the season, this one, third, all right? So third shortest track of the season, and especially this last sector is so slow speed, tight and twisty, so traffic in Q1, Q2 is going to be an issue, same for everybody. You can't take too much margin because the gaps are so close, and obviously in Q1 the backfield cars are often going 2 or 3 sets of new tyres, and if you want to get to Q3 with 2 sets, you can't be throwing tyres at it, so it's never straightforward.
So Charles, from the outside, that looked like a pretty positive start, kind of continuing where you left off in Austin. Is that a fair assessment of your day?
Yeah, I mean, Friday was a positive one. We are still on the back foot compared to Red Bull, especially on low fuel, and McLaren, especially on high fuel. So, I mean, no surprises there. We expected them to be the strongest team coming here, but we've done pretty good laps. I felt quite good with the car. So we've just got to build from that to more, and hopefully we can gain a little bit more performance.
Yeah, you mentioned that balance between the low and high fuel there. Max, we spoke to him a little earlier, and he wasn't happy at all about his long run pace, but you feeling confident on that side and like you've got a car to work with this weekend?
On the high fuel, we were maybe a little bit better compared to Red Bull, but McLaren was in a league of their own, and by a lot. So I don't know exactly what is going on there. I hope they were on low fuel, but I don't know. They seem to be very strong. So for now, it doesn't seem realistic for us to be fighting with them in the race. But we are going to try and make changes in order to be closer to them.
Sorry? Why would I be tired? I did 1 session today.
It's been a long day, nonetheless.
It's been a long year.
Long year. Give me a word, Lewis, to describe today or this afternoon for you in terms of how the drive was, how the track was. Just give me a word.
I'm surprised how relatively close we are, given how not great it felt. I mean, every time you come here, the grip is, because of the altitude we're in, we're all running pretty high downforce, but it's low. It feels lower than Monza, so you're sliding around, trying to find grip, but it's just not there. I tell you what, the mosquitoes here are insane.
They're still biting you.
I thought Jamaica's mosquitoes were bad, but here they're a close second.
One just buzzed past you as you were talking.
Yeah, I'm wearing my jacket and my hoodie up, so I got bit on the top of my head in my engineering. But yeah, it wasn't disastrous, but obviously because I missed P1, Antonelli did a really great job. So nice to be able to watch him drive and experience and have fun in my car, which is really cool. And then the car was sliding around a lot, so the balance is very open. I've got a lot of work to do overnight to try and figure out how to find a more streamlined balance.
I'll take slidey as a word then. Slidey could be fun as well. Slidey.
It's never fun.
Never fun?
No, unless you're in a rally car.
And you're in a Formula 1 car. Fair enough.
Definitely not in a Formula 1 car.
Is there a danger you might try and do too much, that the track does improve a bit for the Saturday, grip comes to you a little bit, and then you might go a bit too far the other way?
I mean, there is always a danger with it, but I mean, I don't think you can make it worse. Touch wood, but I'd be really surprised if it's worse. We won't obviously be silly with the decisions we take. We'll look through the data tonight and then try and come up with some plans, but I definitely don't want to race what we had today. But the long run balance wasn't disastrous, but it's just we need to get more from the tyres, and I know there's more pace in the car.
Finally, Charles on the radio at the end said were the McLarens a bit too far away? Is that kind of your thinking a bit as well, that one lap pace might be okay, but the McLarens in race pace?
Well, I haven't seen any of it, so I have no clue, honestly. I saw a GPS of one of the McLarens, but I think they lost a bit of time in the high speed, so I don't know where they've lost their pace, because they were at one point like a second, 0.8, half a second ahead, and now they're but I'm sure they'll pull out some good pace tomorrow. They're a great team.
Kimi, top 3 in both sessions for you today. You must be pretty pleased with that pace on Friday.
Yeah, it was a decent Friday. Probably one of the best Fridays I've had in a long time, and I think FP1 was great. FP2 was a little bit worse. We tried some setup changes and in some way improved the car. In other ways, made it a bit worse. But a lot of data that we could get from these 2 sessions, and looking forward to tomorrow.
We saw you wheeled back into the garage at one point as well, reporting a bit of an issue. What was going on there?
I had a little issue with the engine at the start of the session and halfway through my second lap. So just made the run plan a little bit worse. I was a bit more rushed, everything, but still we were able to complete all the laps that we needed, and that was the most important.
Yeah, quick lap 2. Can you stay up there at the front tomorrow, do you think?
Yeah, that's that will be great. Pace looks to be good, but of course tomorrow is going to be another day. Track is going to evolve, and it's going to be important to evolve as well with the driving and with the cars. So we'll do our best.
So, Alex, how do you sum up that first day? We did see the brush with the wall.
Yeah, not great. Struggled out there. I think, not feeling that great with the car. So got a bit of work to do, bit of ride, bit of grip, but we'll see.
Any early ideas there? I know you've just jumped out of the car, but the track should grip up naturally as well as the weekend goes on. So what's your thinking there?
Yeah, track is super slippery out there right now. So it's taking a while to get quick, but it should get there eventually.
And what's your thinking? If you can make those gains overnight, things work as planned. Where's your fight this weekend?
Let's see. At the minute, not fight's quite far back. So I think we're kind of like at the very back end, maybe. But it's not that the car's feeling good and we don't know why. So I think if we just get on top of these issues, we'll be okay.
Nico, it looked like a pretty tricky day out there for everyone with the low grip levels. But what's your initial reads of Sauber's pace this weekend?
No, it was okay actually. P1, track's always pretty dirty here. It's just how it is. Every year is the same, but quickly improved. And I think we had a decent Friday. P2 wasn't as clean. I think our low fuel runs on soft, both Gabby and I, have a bit more lap time in ourselves, but the runs weren't that clean. But, important is that they're clean tomorrow in quali when it matters. So once again, a very tight midfield, and, small details will make the difference. So, yeah, we'll try to be on top of them tomorrow.
Yeah, fine margins, as you say. It's been such a close season. What's on the top of the list for tonight, change-wise?
Well, just the usual, obviously. There's a bunch of data now that we collected, which we'll analyze, go through, and then, maybe do some setup tweaks to try and find a little bit more lap time.
Confident that you can get a few more points in the bag for the season this weekend?
I think it's possible. I think, we're in the fight in and around the top 10 in Q3 again, but like I said earlier, it's fine margins, and it depends how we execute quali and how we deliver the laps.
So Isack, it looked like a pretty tricky day for everyone out there with the low grip levels, but how was the program on your side? How are you feeling with the car at this early stage of the weekend?
Yeah, it's not really enjoyable to drive at the moment. Very low downforce. Yeah, not very fun. But it's the same for everyone. And today I think we made the right choice on keeping some good couple of sets for tomorrow. New tires, new softs. So on that point, it's good.
How's the balance between the short and the long runs, and what's your thinking overnight, the areas you need to work on?
At the moment, in the midfield, we are on both long and short runs. We are liking 2 to 3 tenths. 2 tenths, let's say, to go catch the Williams and Fernando. So yeah, we still got some work to do.
You said it there, such fine margins it has been for most of the season, but if you get it all right overnight, does that mean you can be in the mix for Q3 maybe?
Yeah, we had tough Fridays, and then we made the right step in the right direction, but I don't think it's an issue we can solve at the moment right now, so it's going to be tough.
Carlos, car seemed to be in a reasonable place. Both drivers, you guys were generally in a good position on the times. Happy?
Relatively happy. I think there's still, obviously, having missed FP1, quite a lot of setup work and tool work to do going into FP3, as there's certainly a couple of things that the car didn't give me a very good feeling with compared to what I had here last year, and I want to get it maybe somewhere closer to that. And overall, for not doing FP1 relatively competitive, good long run pace, good short run pace, but still quite a lot to work on.
I mean, if you have a car as good as last year, you'll be in a very happy place.
Well, I know that's the reference of obviously the two corner balance and more or less the level of grip I want to achieve. Obviously, it's a completely different car with completely different characteristics, but obviously I'm pushing the team hard to try and achieve something similar and see how much we can challenge ourselves to get somewhere close to that. And we'll see what we can do for tomorrow.
Do you think you've got a Q3 car here again? Because in Austin it looked like you were generally in the ballpark till the incident in the race.
I think we are on the cusp, between Q3 again. Having said that, obviously there's a lot of drivers that miss FP1, so the pecking order might be a bit uncertain still. We have a few things. I think we're going to be on the limit of Q3.
Okay. Fernando, looked like a good bit of progress for you from FP1 to FP2 there. Is that a fair assessment of the day?
I think so. I think the car felt better for sure in FP2 than FP1, so we made some setup changes. So let's try to explore more into that direction tonight.
Yeah, is that mainly based on your feedback? Is it stuff that the team spotted as well? Where do you make those gains in such a short window?
It was a combination of everything, but anyway, Fridays we've been in the top 5 the last 4 Grand Prix, I think, on Friday, and then it's not the real picture on Saturday. So we have to take things carefully today, the times, and most of the people did only FP2 with FP1 being the rookies on the car. So I guess tomorrow everyone will improve a little bit.
And you've been a regular in Q3. Is that the target again tomorrow from what you've seen today?
That will be very good, but maybe too optimistic, but we will go for it.
All right, Lance, just a one session for you out there today. How quickly did it take you to get back up to speed compared to everyone else who did both sessions, do you feel?
Yeah, no, it felt okay. I mean, I got in a good rhythm with the car pretty quickly. So, it was okay.
And how was the car feeling out there after Jack's setup work in FP1?
It was feeling okay. A few things to work on tonight, but good first session.
Yeah, it looked like you managed some good improvements on later laps on the soft tyre there too. Do you feel like you've got a good handle on where the car is going into qualifying?
We'll see tomorrow.
Still there mentally, really.
Mate, that was immense.
I know.
How immense was it on the track today for you? Tricky?
Yeah, it is actually. I think I knew that it was going to feel weird getting in. I was obviously going to have to get up to speed and stuff like that, but I felt lost at the start, honestly. Felt really like I was just driving around aimlessly for a little bit. So it's very tricky here. I mean, we know that it's slippery, high altitude, low grip. But I think naturally you're looking at everybody else who's had a session, or actually probably just half the grid, because pretty much half the grid was young drivers in P1. So it was tricky, but I think the car's in a decent place.
When did you actually feel like you understood this circuit a little bit better? You've missed FP1. You didn't race here last year, so
I raced here last year.
Oh, you did? Sorry, apologies.
I did.
In which case, our stats guy needs to be absolutely sacked. Let me do that one again. When did you feel that you started to...
You don't remember last year? I mean, I don't want to put this on there, but...
When did you come last year?
Nothing, actually.
Exactly.
I don't know why I brought that up.
I do not remember last year at all, and you should forget about it too.
Yeah.
So when this afternoon did you actually get to grips with this circuit?
Honestly, I don't fully feel like I'm there yet, to be honest. It's tricky. There's a couple of combinations, turn 1, 2, 3, where trying to link them all up is very tricky. You have to get the curbs right. If you get one of them wrong, it bounces the car, and then it's a bit like that around the whole lap. So honestly, I don't fully feel there, but obviously we have another practice session tomorrow to try and put those things all together.
And do you need a bit of faith that the track will come to you? Don't try and do too much too soon?
It's tricky because I think quite a few times this year we've maybe chased the car a little bit too hard at the start of the weekend, and then it's come away from us a little bit. So, we have to be, I guess, aware that the track's not ideal. You know, it's still getting better. It's going to get a lot better before qualifying. Should get a lot better before qualifying. So, trying to figure out the best quali car. Might not feel like it right now, but that's what we're trying to do.
So Esteban, first day in the car here in Mexico. How are things feeling for you?
Yeah, I mean, an interesting day. I think we've learned quite a lot about the car, and we tried a lot of new things that were quite positive, I think, on the car, and pretty satisfied with that overall. There are some things that we will need to potentially remove and try for another race, but some of it we will be able to keep. So, pretty happy. I think it's been an interesting day. We just need to make sure we do the right choices, obviously, for the rest of the weekend in terms of strategy. And just go into quali with good confidence. That's the aim.
Yeah, you touched on it there, and I just asked Ollie the same question. Quite a big upgrade package brought to Austin last time out, but that was a sprint weekend, of course. Now you've got a little bit more time to play with it and get to grips with it. So you're feeling confident about it?
Yeah, I think it goes definitely in the right direction. I mean, it's something that we will keep for the end of the year. I think the team's done a really good job to try and improve the situation and the balance of the car. I mean, we are tuning the car around that package at the moment, trying to understand where we need to go, but it's been pretty decent.
So Yuki, first day in the car in Mexico, how would you sum that up from your side?
Fairly happy with this Friday, I would say. It's been a while that I had this kind of overall quite consistent Friday overall, so I'm pretty happy with it. I think something we can improve it, especially in long run, but also in short run as well. But recently in better position, I would say, so far in the Friday.
You feel like you're moving in the right direction with it. You mentioned both the short and long runs there, trying to find that balance between the two. You feel like you're getting on top of it?
Yeah, it's not easy. A lot of things that we have to look at, and something to optimize for sure for tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, generally balance is okay. Struggling mainly with but one standing limitation, but I think it was kind of traditional for this track, and yeah, especially the Ferrari seems good at those things. So we have to find a compromise, and I think whatever we can, increase the strength of the car. We try to look at it.
Pierre, how was today? Obviously, you sat out the first session. How was the afternoon?
The worst session of the year.
Do you want to tell us why?
I like to understand. I can't brake, I can't turn in, I'm sliding all over the place. So we'll have to have a good look in the car tonight.
And was there anything that you think, from FP1 missing on some of the track running? Is that any deficit?
No, I mean the car felt completely different to whatever it felt this year, and just got to understand what went on.
So Ollie, first half day in the car at least. You were obviously on the sidelines for FP1, but how was it feeling in FP2 when you got in the car?
Yeah, obviously it's tough to miss out on FP1 and miss out on that rhythm that you build. But overall, I think FP2 was decent. Particularly in the long run, I felt like I made some good progress. Short run, still not really quite there with the driving, but it is my first time driving this track in anger. Before I've done FP1, but you're always taking it a bit safe, and now I'm trying to get some lap time. It's a bit different. But no, generally I'm happy with the day. I think we made some good steps with the car since how it felt last time I drove it here in 2023. So that's of course really positive, and hopefully we can have a good weekend tomorrow.
And the team, of course, brought a pretty big upgrade to Austin last time out, but that was a sprint weekend. So a little bit more time to play with things now. How's that feeling and gelling?
Yeah, no, it feels good overall. It's doing what we expected, and I'm glad that now we have a few more sessions to play with it. So we're going to be making some changes overnight to hopefully optimize things a little bit better in FP3.
Gabby, how was your day? Because you guys were one of the only teams that had race drivers for the whole session.
Yeah.
How was today?
It felt okay. It felt okay. I think, just my first time here in Mexico, very different conditions than normal. Extremely low grip in this track. But it was enjoyable. I think in FP2 I just struggled to put a lap on the softs. Just didn't manage to put in the first lap. Had a little problem with some tools before starting the lap and couldn't start it. But then after that, I did my lap quite late when the tires were a bit cooked, but still was good enough to understand a bit our balance.
We saw in Austin, you guys got caught out with the timing at the end, didn't get the last lap. It's tricky here with traffic, isn't it? Have you got a plan to make sure it doesn't happen again?
Well, I don't know. It's just about people moving in the right moments, in the right places of the track, I think obviously it's a very short track with a lot of cars, but it's the same to everyone. So we just need to watch out and be careful to not block anyone.
And finally, your first time on the circuit. Have you enjoyed driving the track?
Very much. It's very cool here.
Franco, your day started pretty strongly out there in the top 10. Did you feel like you kicked off the weekend in a pretty decent place?
Yeah, it was good. I think so far it's been a good Friday. Personally, I have been quite strong in the long runs and in the lower fuel. So I think a lot to improve, a lot to find. The car is not there. We really struggle on the curve, so we need to improve that. But a lot of work tonight to try and make it better for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's obviously been a bit of a tricky season, and right now the way FP2 panned out does look like it might be tough tomorrow. What is the outlook, do you think, for the rest of the weekend?
We don't know yet. I think we have a lot to analyze and try to improve as a team.